Welcome back to the Stretford End, everybody. Your host Session Johnson here, and this is your Premier League preview to our game against Leicester City. And of course, we've returned to club football, and it is exciting but also concerning because we know for a fact that it's going to be a tough run into the end of the season and a tough task for us to finish the season with a top 4 finish. If you haven't seen that video, definitely go and give it a look. It is just quite before a couple of videos before this one. But of course, how are you guys doing? How is the day going? And continue to follow us on TikTok, Instagram and Twitter, and like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Links are in the description below to our various socials. So, without further ado, let's not delay. This is your Leicester preview. And of course, we know for a fact that we need to win. Come hell or high water, we need to win. We need 3 points and we need to ensure that we have a good performance. Because the players will not just be playing for 3 points and to get closer to a top 4 finish. They will be playing for personal pride. They will be playing for the fans. And more so playing for the new manager that would definitely be coming in soon. If you haven't seen the videos on those, definitely go and check the updates on Erik ten Hag. Of course, we know that Leicester will definitely come out and try and also win the game. They will try to stay compact. We know Brendan Rodgers likes to play out from the back. We know exactly, the style of football that Brendan Rodgers will play. We know the players that they have. And we know that they will definitely look to counter-attack us. We will have most of the ball and we will need to capitalize on having that much possession. Of course, quite simply, your starting 11 back to front. De Gea in goal. I want in centre-back. I do not want to see Maguire starting. His performances for our club has not been consistent or even good. So I don't think he should be starting. I will stick and stand by that point. It needs to be Lindelof and Varane, and of course I want to play Shaw at left back. Well, it's probably because of his whole good performances for England, so let him continue having that positive energy and push it into the club football as well. So Shaw should definitely be starting after his goal for England. And of course on the right hand side, Diego Dalot, who's of course our best attacking right back currently at this moment in time, and we will be playing Leicester City, so I think that he will be the perfect right back to play against Leicester City, against the likes of Harvey Barnes, the likes of Mark Albrighton, Luke Thomas, etc. on the left hand side with him. Of course, in midfield, I want to see Fred, Pogba and Bruno. Of course, Fred being the defensive midfielder. We don't need 2 defensive midfielders or 2 holding midfielders because Leicester City will try and press us, from the front, but they will also ensure that we have the ball because they know for a fact that we don't have the best midfield. They know for a fact that we don't really play the best football, so they will leave us to have the ball and try and catch us out with traps, try and catch us out in terms of closing maybe McTominay down should he start, or closing Fred down, when he seems to have a lack of options. And of course, they will try and destroy our rhythm, because once we have a rhythm, it will be difficult for them to come out, and attack us. But if we have a rhythm in our play going forward and we go attack them from the first minute and the first whistle, we surely should be able to, cause some trouble, because Leicester City has been leaking in goals and they have not performed to the standard that they would want to and like to have performed this season. So they definitely are there for the taking and we definitely can go and win them. Surely we are playing at Old Trafford, so we need to use the home advantage and treat every game like a final so that we can ensure a top 4 finish by the end of the season. Up front, simply, I want to go strong. So I want to start Rashford on the left. And yes, Rashford has been putting in the work behind the scenes and will definitely need this game. So should definitely start, in front of the Old Trafford crowd, and show us who he is and exactly what he can bring to the table in a new enlightenment, a new Marcus Rashford. Of course, on the right, I want to see Sancho, but Rashford and Sancho will probably switch throughout the game. And of course, up front, Ronaldo. There will be no Cavani as He was reported not to have returned to training, unlike most of the other players from South America, such as Teles and Fred. And it was mainly because of the injury that he sustained while his duty with Uruguay, got taken off in the first half, and then, never really played again. So we'll have to wait and see exactly where Cavani is. There was a rumor of Varane maybe, also being injured, but it was reported that he will be fit and ready for tomorrow's game against Leicester. So just again, from back to front, De Gea, Shaw, Lindelof, Varane, Deleuze, Fred, Pogba and Bruno, Rashford, Ronaldo and Sancho. Simple, strong and capable enough to go and win Leicester City, especially if we take the chances that we do create up front. Create crosses into the box for Cristiano Ronaldo to put his head onto it. Allow runs in behind for Rashford to run in and use his pace. Allow Sancho to be one-on-one with defenders, or even two-on-one, because he's capable of beating both. And just allow for us to have a pure rhythm of play. Let the likes of Rashford, Ronaldo and Sancho, Bruno and Pogba just go out there and, go and win the game for us. And perhaps, have Fred maybe, sitting deeper, helping, the defensive structure. But of course, Rashford and Sancho needs to drop on the wings to allow us to have cover in case they want to double up on Luke Shaw or Diego Deleuze. We need to ensure that we are allowing them to work hard. Rashford has shown in previous games that he doesn't bother to run back to cover, so he will have to do that against Leicester, because if he doesn't, we will definitely get punished. Leicester will definitely use that extra man as an advantage and punish us. It's shown in previous games and can definitely be shown against Leicester City. So we need to ensure that we go at them, that we attack them hard with full force when the whistle blows, not allow them to come into the game and not allow them to actually have a passing rhythm, because once they have a passing rhythm, they can outpass us. Brendan Rodgers' style of play is passing out from the back from his days at Swansea City, and he will definitely continue and allow them to do that. So, definitely they will be playing out from the back. We need to capitalize. We need to close them down accordingly. We need to press in a system so that we can ensure to catch them out, to make them make mistakes, to make them go long ball and give up possession and return it to us. We need to do that. We need to show ruthlessness. We need to see a different United team now. After going out in the Champions League, we definitely only have top 4 to play for. So there's no excuses for these players. There's no, hiding or factor of, oh, you know what, I don't need to really play. They need to pull up their socks, and they need to ensure that they are going to go out there and fight for the name on the front, which is Manchester United, and not the name on the back. They need to ensure that they are going to have blood, sweat and tears to ensure that this club even has a chance of finishing in the top 4. It is out of our hands. I've said this before. And if we do only get Europa League, we only have ourselves to blame because of the performances, and the inconsistencies in terms of good performances have not been there. So we would deserve to be in the Europa League. Right now, in this current moment in time, we are in the Europa League positions. And if we continue to stay there, so be it. We start from the bottom and we make our way to the top once again with the new manager in place, which in my opinion will always be Erik ten Hag. It needs to be Erik ten Hag. So I feel that we need to go out there and we need to ensure the 3 points. Nothing more than 3 points is deserved. I don't want to hear after the game excuses if we draw or if we lose. We need to just go for the win. Have the killer instinct. Take every single chance that we get and put Leicester to the sword. Ensure that the Foxes go home with tails between their legs. We need to ensure that we can have a good, consistent winning run from the game against Leicester up until the end of the season. We have to win all our games. We cannot drop any points. It needs to be straight wins from now until the end of the season. I know that sounds difficult. I know it sounds a bit far-fetched, but we need to do that. We need to go on a run. If we don't go on a run, one draw, one loss, and top 4 is basically gone, unless something else happens to Arsenal, to West Ham, to Spurs, etc. And at the current moment in time, they are in better form than us. And we need to ensure that they get the losses. When we play Arsenal, we need to win them. When we play Liverpool, we need to win them. There's no two ways about it. We can't decide to falter and lose our way in games. We need to stay in games. We need to ensure that we can do the best and play to the best of our ability to go and win the games. I want us to win Leicester. There's no doubt about it. We need to win Leicester. We need to ensure that we win Leicester, but win with a good performance for confidence. Thank you guys for joining me. That was your preview to the Leicester game. I hope and trust that you guys are excited for it. I know I am, and I hope and pray that we win. Glory, glory, Man United. We need to win. That is all it takes. We need to win and set a precedent for the rest of the season. Of course, continue to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Links in the description below to our various socials. And of course, like and subscribe to the channel. Our goal is 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and I know that we can do it. Till we speak again soon, which will be definitely on the Ralph Ragnick press conference, which will probably be coming out either today or tomorrow, but you will definitely have a reaction here on The Stretch Within with me, your host, Session Johnson. Till we speak again, Rude. Yeah, I was about to say till we speak again, Roots, but nevertheless, till we speak again, Reds. This has been me, Session Johnson, your host. Bye-bye.